Picture a place where turquoise waters lap against pristine shores, where private jets land on a tiny airstrip, and where the guest list reads like a Forbes billionaires roster. This is St. Bart's, the Caribbean's glittering jewel, often dubbed the Billionaires Island. Every winter, the world's richest flock to this 8-square-mile paradise for an invite-only extravaganza of luxury, seclusion, and excess. But what makes St. Bart's the ultimate playground for the elite? Let's dive into the real dazzling details of this exclusive escape. The allure of St. Bart's, St. Barthélemy, or St. Bart's is a French overseas collectivity in the Caribbean, home to just over 11,000 residents. Its small size belies its outsized reputation as a magnet for the ultra-wealthy. Unlike other Caribbean destinations, St. Bart's combines French sophistication with tropical allure. Its beaches, like Saline and Gouverneur, are postcard perfect with powdery white sand and crystal clear waters. Yet it's the promise of privacy and exclusivity that truly draws the elite. The island's Gustave III airport, with its famously short runway, welcomes private jets, while the marina bristles with super yachts owned by the likes of Bernard Arnault and David Geffen. This is a place where the rich can escape the paparazzi and revel in curated opulence. The island's transformation into a billionaire haven began in the 1950s when David Rockefeller purchased a property here, setting the stage for its rise as a high society retreat. By the 1980s, St. Bart's was firmly on the radar of the global elite, with its New Year's Eve celebrations becoming legendary. Today, the holiday season, particularly late December to early January, is when the island hosts its most exclusive gatherings, where invitations are as coveted as the rarest diamonds. The Billionaire's Playground, St. Bart's is not just a destination, it's a lifestyle. The island's appeal lies in its ability to cater to every whim of the super rich. High-end boutiques line the streets of Gustavia, the capital, offering Louis Vuitton, Hermes, and Cartier. Gourmet restaurants, such as Bonito and Le Tamarin, serve Michelin star-worthy dishes, with menus featuring caviar, truffles, and vintage wines. A single meal can easily cost hundreds of dollars, but for the island's guests, money is no object. The real magic happens behind closed doors. Private villas, often perched on cliffs overlooking the ocean, are the preferred accommodations. These sprawling estates like Villa Rockstar or Villa Dunes come with infinity pools, private chefs, and personal butlers. Renting a top-tier villa can cost $100,000 per week, with some reaching $500,000 for the peak season. For those who prefer hotels, Eden Rock and Cheval Blanc, both owned by LVMH's Bernard Arnault, offer rooms starting at $5,000 per night. These properties are designed to feel like private residences, ensuring maximum discretion. Super yachts are a hallmark of the St. Bart's scene. During the holiday season, the harbor is a floating showcase of wealth, with vessels like Roman Abramovich's Eclipse or Barry Diller's Eos anchored offshore. These yachts, often staffed with dozens of crew members, serve as mobile mansions, hosting lavish parties complete with live music, fireworks, and champagne fountains. The annual St. Bart's Bucket Regatta, a yacht race held in March, also draws the elite, but it's the impromptu New Year's Eve yacht parties that steal the show. The invite-only extravaganzas. The heart of St. Bart's allure is its invite-only parties, where the world's richest mingle in an atmosphere of curated exclusivity. These events are shrouded in secrecy, with details rarely leaking to the public. Invitations are extended through personal networks, often orchestrated by event planners who specialize in ultra-wealthy clientele. The guest lists include tech titans like Jeff Bezos, media moguls like Oprah Winfrey, and fashion icons like Kate Moss. Performers at these gatherings are top tier, with past events reportedly featuring artists like Beyonce or Coldplay flown in for private sets. One of the most famous recurring events is the New Year's Eve Gala, often hosted at venues like Eden Rock or on private estates. These parties are less about ostentatious displays and more about refined excess. Guests might dine on lobster and Wagyu beef, sip 50-year-old scotch, and dance under starlit skies to a bespoke DJ set. Security is tight, with private firms like Kroll ensuring no uninvited guests or photographers crash the scene. The emphasis on privacy allows billionaires to let loose without fear of social media exposure. Another exclusive event is Le Bal des Débutantes, a Paris-based ball that occasionally extends its reach to St. Bart's for special gatherings. This invite-only affair showcases the daughters of the ultra-rich dressed in couture gowns and adorned with lone jewels. While the ball itself is held in Paris, St. Bart's has hosted related events, where young heiresses mingle with billionaire families in a tropical setting. The exclusivity of such events underscores the island's role as a social hub for the elite. The billionaires who call St. Bart's home. While many visit St. Bart's for the season, some billionaires own pieces of this paradise. Roman Abramovich, the Russian oligarch, owns a 70-acre estate on Gouverneur Beach, purchased for $90 million in 2009. The property, with its Balinese-style villas and tennis courts, is a fortress of luxury. Similarly, LVMH's Bernard Arnault owns multiple properties, including the Cheval Blanc Hotel and a private villa. These estates are not just vacation homes, they're status symbols, signaling unrivaled wealth. The island's real estate market is a billionaire's game. Properties rarely change hands publicly, and when they do, prices are staggering. A single acre can cost $10 million, and fully developed estates often exceed $50 million. The scarcity of land, St. Bart's is only 8 square miles, drives demand, ensuring that only the wealthiest can afford to own a slice of the island. Even renting a modest villa requires connections, as many are booked years in advance through private networks. The local perspective. For St. Bart's residents, the billionaire influx is a double-edged sword. The island's economy thrives on tourism, with the wealthy injecting millions annually. Local businesses, from restaurants to yacht charters, depend on the seasonal boom. However, the cost of living is astronomical, and many locals struggle to afford housing. The disparity between the ultra-rich and the working-class residents is stark, with some locals feeling pushed out by rising prices and foreign investment. Environmental concerns also loom large. The island's coral reefs and ecosystems are under pressure from yacht traffic and development, while some billionaires like Richard Branson, with his Necker Island nearby, champion sustainability. Others prioritize luxury over conservation. Local activists push for stricter regulations, but the island's reliance on wealthy visitors complicates enforcement. The cultural cachet. St. Bart's status as the billionaire's playground is reinforced by its cultural prominence. The island has appeared in films, music videos, and fashion shoots, cementing its image as a symbol of unattainable luxury. Celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio and Beyoncé are frequent visitors, their presence adding to the island's mystique. Yet unlike Mykonos or Ibiza, St. Bart's avoids the overt party scene, focusing on understated elegance. It's a place where wealth whispers rather than shouts. The island's French heritage adds a layer of charm. Street signs in French, boulangeries serving fresh croissants, and a relaxed European vibe distinguish St. Bart's from its Caribbean neighbors. This blend of cultures creates a unique atmosphere where billionaires can feel both cosmopolitan and secluded. The island's strict building codes preserve its aesthetic, ensuring no high-rise hotels or garish developments disrupt the vibe. Conclusion. As the sun sets over St. Bart's, casting a golden glow on anchored yachts and cliffside villas, the island pulses with the energy of the world's wealthiest. This is no ordinary paradise. It's an invite-only sanctuary where billionaires craft unforgettable memories in absolute privacy. St. Bart's remains the ultimate escape, a glittering reminder that for those with limitless wealth, the world is indeed their oyster. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.